Okay, we're rocking and rolling. It is Tuesday. This is the last lesson of the chapter. Um, and then we're going to start reviewing tomorrow. I'm not quite sure how we're going to do this test because Thursday and Friday we have guest speakers, and it's really important that we listen to those folks. So, anyway, we'll get this. I have the review packets. We'll get it all together. We're going to be dividing some mixed numbers today. Good stuff. Let's go ahead and get circled up here. And before we go any further here, all right, so let me flip the page to here. And we're going to circle numbers 1 to 5. Okay, this is homework now. And then we're going to jump to numbers 13 through 22. So we have a nice piece of homework, not a ton, but listen, we got to have the reps. Now, I will tell you this. If you can't fit this work on these places, you're going to have to get some scratch paper. Okay. Again, we are on lesson 4, chapter 4, lesson 8. All right. Let's get rocking and rolling. Our key focus yesterday was reciprocating. We're going to continue that theme. I talked to you a little bit about that in my opening statement yesterday. So let's get into this thing and let's do some problems together here. All right, and see if we can get this solved. Okay, and again, now we're dividing mixed numbers. So now we're adding another step. Okay, and it's just talking to yourself, being methodical, going through the process. Okay, so we know that we can't deal with this mixed number. So I'm going to go ahead and change it. 3 times 2 is 6, and 1 is 7 over 2. I'm going to go ahead and change the sign. Remember yesterday we were flipping the second fraction or reciprocating. Let's go ahead and do that. If I change that sign, I've got to flip. That's an automatic, right? I'm going to factor out these 2's. Going to go ahead and multiply through and get 7 over 1, which was 7. Boy, that was a nice one to start with, wasn't it? Okay. Next one up. Now, this is where we have to add an extra step. You see, we have 2 mixed numbers, so let's go ahead and change these. 3 times 2 is 6, 7 and 8. So that's 8 over 3, still division, and 7 over 6. I didn't flip this. I just changed this to an improper. Now, I'm going to come down and rewrite, change the sign, and reciprocate. Now, here's the thing. Some of you are going to try and go from here to here, and you're going to get confused. You're going to make a mistake. Don't get lazy on me here, okay? 3 goes into 3 once. 3 goes into that 2 times. We're looking to factor. 8 times 2 is 16. 1 times 7 is 7. Let's chop it down. Is 14. And we get 2 and 2 sevenths. Okay. Remember, that's our numerator, and our denominator doesn't change. Okay. Number 3, 6 and 2/3 is 18, is 20 over 3. Still division. 14 and 6 is 20 over 7. Okay. Now, at this point, I'm going to go ahead and rewrite again. I'm going to change the sign, and I'm going to reciprocate that second fraction. I flipped it. Factor out my 20, same numbers top and bottom. 3 and 7 are not compatible. So 1 times 7 is 7. 3 times 1 is 3. And let's take that mentally. 3 goes into 7 2 times. 2 times 3 is 6. 7 minus 6 is 1. The denominator doesn't change. Okay? So if you can't do that mentally, then you're going to have to divide it out long ways. Okay? All right, let's take a look at number 4. Got a nice little word problem here. A box-sized snack cracker pack weighs 28 and a half ounces. Each snack pack weighs 4 3/4 ounces. How many of these are in that is essentially what they're asking. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and rewrite the original problem. So it's 28 and a half divided by 4 3/4. Okay. All right, now what I'm going to do is go ahead and switch this to an improper. 28 times 2 is 56 plus 1 is, and I'm just going to write this, 57 over 2, still division. 16 and 3 is 19 over 4, okay? All I've done is rewrite these two as an improper. Now, we're going to skip this problem, and I'm going to rewrite this down here. I should have used scratch paper, but I'm into it now. It's a little late. 57 over 2, change the sign. And let's go ahead and reciprocate that second fraction. So I flipped that one down here. Now I'm going to factor, right? I factored out a 2. What about 19? What about 19 and 57? Is there anything compatible there, you think? Well, 2, no. 3 is 10, no. So let's go ahead and multiply it through. I have 19. 57 times 2 is 114. This is a tough one, isn't it? It's a 6th grade problem, isn't it? 11, 9, no. Into 11, no. All right, so 19 into 114. I don't know. Let's try 6 times. Let's see if we can get a 6 in that. 6 times 9 is 54. Carry the 5. 6 and 5 is 11. So it does go evenly. Wow. So 19 went into that evenly. Didn't know that. So it goes 6 times. 6 times 19 is 114. Subtracting gets 0. So the question is how many snack packs are in each box? 6 snack packs. Okay. And we're not going to do number 5. All right, let's continue on in our homework path. Maybe do a couple more here. All right, very good, very good. All right, let's do number 2. 2 and 4. And then we're going to call it, you're going to be cranking on your own. 6.5, so that is 13 over 2. I'm going to go ahead and change that sign since that's a normal or simple fraction and reciprocate. Okay? 2 goes into 2 once. 2 goes into that 2 times. Okay? 13 times 2 is 26. 1 times 3 is 3. Chop it down. 3 eighths are 24. 2 is my numerator, and my denominator does not change. So the answer is 8 2/3. Okay? You get into these bigger problems, and you need more space. Let's take a look at number 4, and I'm going to cut you loose. The length of a kitchen wall is 24 2/3 feet long. A border will be placed along the wall of the kitchen. If the border comes in strips that are each 1 3/4 feet long, how many strips of border are these? So how many of these will it take to cover that up? So let's get set up. 24 2/3 divided by 1 3/4. Okay, so let's go ahead and switch this to an improper. 24. All right, well, 20, 40, 60. So I might have to come over here and do a little bit of math, and that's fine, right? Sometimes we need to slow down and see. 6 and 1 is 7. 72 plus 2 is 74 over 3. Still division. 4 and 3 is 7 over 4. Okay? Because 4 times 1 is 4 and 3 is 7. Now, I'm just going to write equals, and I'm going to write 74 over 3, change the sign, and write 4/7, right? Now, we're looking for a top to bottom combination, and I'll tell you there are none. Okay, so we're going to end up with this big number at the top. All right, how many strips of border are needed? We're going to have some here. So the easy one is 21, right? So 74 times 4. 16, carry the 1. 28, 29. 296. Chop it down. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and erase that work because I need that space. 21 goes into 29 one time. It'll go 4 times. It's 84. We end up with a 2. 2 is my numerator, and my denominator doesn't change. So I'm going to rewrite this over here. 2 and 21 strips and circle. Okay, so there is some math here. Okay, we're rocking and rolling with that. Again, we've already circled up. You should know where to go. Have a good day, guys. I'll see you later.